Hi Nourhe, thank you for taking the time to do this for us.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Nourhe, not Nourhe. I'm 26, soon to be 27. I'm a musician by profession, and I'm loving it.
What initially sparked your interest in music, and if you can talk a little bit about where you studied music?
Okay, so I started my first music lessons, violin to be specific, when I was 8 years old under Sir Kenny Lenner, and then I went on to study the violin under Sir Krelikevichasa, and then to Arun Rosario in Bangalore. And after that, I got an opening to study music from the Trinity Laban Conservatory of Music. So there I studied the violin under Lana Trotovsek.
What initially sparked your interest in music?
So basically, I think I can say that I was brought up from a musical family, although my parents cannot even sing in time. My three elder brothers, they were all guitarists. So like music surrounded me as I was growing up. So I think I can say that my brothers were like the catalyst that sparked my interest in music.
Where do you get inspiration from?
Well, I get inspiration from life experiences, from meeting people, interacting with people who have good vibes or like good energy, and sometimes I even get inspiration from nature and stuff.
Is there a particular performance or work that you're extremely proud of?
I am proud and very grateful for some of my achievements, and I think the first one would have to be when I won the David Menezes National Violin Competition, which was held in Goa in 2014. So I was a very insecure musician back then, and not even in my wildest dream did I think of winning even a consolation prize. So I was there backstage, and my name was being called, and I just freezed, and it was quite an experience which I'll never forget. And the next one would have to be when I auditioned for the scholarship to study in Trinity Laban, and I was one of the 2 Indians who got selected to study there. So like back then I used to think that like to study music abroad used to be a dream a little too far for me to achieve, but this happened, and so dreams do come true, and yeah, I'm really proud of those 2 achievements.
So do you have any pre-performance ritual?
Yes, I usually pray before I go up on stage, so that would be my performance ritual.
What do you hope people take away from your music?
As I grow older, I'm striving towards authenticity and just being a genuine person in all aspects of my life, because like Cerny said, he usually used to say, art imitates life. And so the beauty of your music will usually only come across when you're a genuine person and when you have a beautiful heart first and foremost. So I really hope that when people listen to my music, they get to hear, experience, and feel that it's coming from a genuine place, and be able to relate to it, and also embrace it, like because it means something to them. That would be really beautiful.
What advice would you give your younger self?
Okay, there are lots of things which I could tell my younger self, but I think most importantly, I would tell him to be very bold and be adventurous regardless of what people say to him. Because like it is through exploration that you get to find yourself and get to know yourself better. And my younger self was a very confused soul, an orthodox who was scared to be himself because of what the society might say to him. So yeah, I would advise him to be bold and be adventurous.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Tell us a little bit about your dreams and visions.
Okay, in 5 years' time, I would want to see myself like performing in big prestigious venues for thousands of people, and even teach and conduct workshops and just travel the world, so that in return I can inspire, motivate, and even help younger people, to follow their dreams and just play a role in helping them, fulfill their purpose in life.
How do you describe the music scene in Nagaland today?
Well, this is entirely my opinion, but I think the music scene in Nagaland right now is pretty twisted in a way, but also possible for musicians to make a living. There are lots of really good singers and musicians here in Nagaland, but there are also very little really refined singers and musicians. And when I talk about refinement, I'm talking about like refinement of the whole being. And because it takes so much more than just to be able to sing and to be able to play an instrument to sustain in this music industry. So I think it is vital to have the right attitude, good etiquettes combined with your gift. And many people or many musicians here in Nagaland, we just sit back and try, wait for people to call us, and just sit back and just complain about how the music scene in Nagaland, it sucks. But if we look at artists who made it big, any artist for that matter, the one thing that we'll find in all of them is that they initiate. And so I think if all of us, like as artists in Nagaland, all of us can initiate, I think the music scene in Nagaland would be so much better. There's so much more to be grateful about than just sit back and complain.
Can you tell us a little bit about your latest work or any upcoming projects?
Yes, so in regard to my band Paper Sky, we're in the process of recording a new song, and after this song is done, we're planning to make a music video out of that song. So you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. It's papersky_Nagaland to keep updated with it. And in regard to my solo side, I'm traveling to Mumbai in a few weeks' time to perform with the South Asian Symphony Orchestra. So I'm looking forward to meeting new people from South Asian countries and make connections and make new friends as well. And the next thing would be I'm planning to organize the second edition of the Emotive Strings concert. So this concert is a concert which revolves around the violin being the main instrument of the concert. And so this time I have a very interesting and very amazing lineup of artists who are willing to help me. So I'm really excited about this as well. So this will probably happen in the month of July, in most probably maybe Kohima.
So we're now going into the rapid fire round. Can you tell us who your favorite artist or band is?
John Mayer.
Favorite instrument to play?
Violin and guitar.
Any favorite lyric or musical piece?
When We Were Young by Adele.
Any hobbies?
Guitar, playing guitar.
If you were to perform with someone living or dead, who would it be?
John Mayer.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.